As more people sign up to get vaccines, more places are having to open up. Coming up on Local 5 News at 5, we take a look at a new vaccine clinic in the Fox Cities. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us. Topping the news today at 5, of course, is coronavirus news and the new tool in the fight against the spread of COVID-19. Local 5's Rhonda Fox was there for the opening of the new mass vaccination site in the Fox Cities.
I'm thrilled to be able to get it. It took a little bit of doing.
The Fox Cities Exhibition Center is the newest COVID-19 vaccination site for some of the city's most vulnerable.
We're trying to do 65 and older because this is the age group that's being hospitalized and unfortunately suffering disproportionate number of deaths.
I just couldn't wait. And I recommend it to anybody. There's nothing to it.
Many residents were eager to schedule their vaccinations as soon as the site went live with appointments.
You know, I was on the computer at 9 o'clock and just got in by the hair of my chinny chin chin. So.
And I was thrilled to be able to get it today when I did. It was wonderful. Other than the little glitch up that day.
A priority for the city is rescheduling those 4,700 people who mistakenly received a vaccine appointment.
It's our intent as we move forward to address that group that first registered. We feel that's the most fair way to approach that.
Appleton serves a tri-county area and hopes to vaccinate 1,000 residents a week.
Our service is really Outagamie, Winnebago, and Calumet. We want to be really careful that we don't vaccinate people with the first dose if we don't have the ability to do the second dose.
We need to get back to normal, and I also want to keep other people comfortable and enjoy life.
In Appleton, Rhonda Fox, Local 5 News.
Appleton's health officer tells Rhonda that this site will stay open at least through the summer or as needed. Now, Appleton's Mayor Jake Woodford is reminding folks to constantly check your inbox for updates on vaccine availability. During Local 5 this morning's community update, the mayor says the mass vaccination clinic is a huge partnership with several different health organizations. And because of the initial glitches with registration, it's important for those in the system to receive confirmation and then check their status regularly if they were put on a waiting list.
Just want to remind folks to check your inbox or your junk or spam folders. Just to make sure you're not missing any emails from the clinic or Outagamie County.
The mayor says they're committed to making sure everyone who wants a vaccine gets a vaccine in the Fox Cities. Now, what the CDC is reporting about vaccines is different from Wisconsin health officials. The state's deputy health secretary says it's the federal government that's lagging behind in updating its data, and looking at both websites, in her words, is like comparing apples to oranges. DHS is working with the CDC to get on the same page.
But let me just reiterate that the best place for accurate, up-to-date information on vaccine administration in Wisconsin is the DHS data page.
DHS says that vaccinations are a group effort between state, local, tribal, and federal governments, and the state of Wisconsin is trying to reach its 80% vaccination goal in adults. However, it needs more vaccines first from the federal government. Now, many are wondering, is it the time to start wearing more than one mask while out in public? A local doctor tells Local 5, yes. Officials say doubling up on masks is akin to bundling up in multiple layers when it's cold outside. With more contagious variants of COVID-19 spreading in the U.S., doctors say now is the time to double up on your protection.
Everything we can do to help reduce our risk is certainly going to be important. If you're able to wear a double mask, particularly in high-risk situations such as being at the grocery store or being around other people who are unmasked, that would be great.
Officials also say 2 masks may be better than 1, but 1 mask is better than none. So if you're not comfortable doubling up, it's best to stick with at least 1 single mask. Well, out of all the COVID tests performed today, 34% in the state of Wisconsin came out positive. More than 1,000 cases have been added today, bringing the total to more than 544,000 cases. Now, out of all the total cases, 3.3% are considered active. 40 more people have died from the coronavirus. Let's take a look at the county-by-county breakdown. Brown County has 31,388 COVID-19 cases. Outagamie is 20,563, Sheboygan 13,136, And Winnebago County has 19,066 positive COVID-19 cases. And we're keeping it local tonight. The Fox River Mall reopened today, 2 days after the fatal shooting there. Security and police presence was obvious on the property today. Officers will remain at the mall to ensure the public that their safety is very important.
Our officers spend a lot of time at the Fox River Mall anyway. I mean, we have, like I talked about in previous interviews, we do have that unique satellite office there that the Fox River Mall management had so graciously allowed us to use.
The search continues for the suspected gunman, Desmond Ellis. If you have any information on his whereabouts, you are asked to contact the Grand Chute Police Department. Well, you've heard of thinking outside the box, but how about thinking outside the drum? It's the theme of a special performance presented virtually by the Fox Cities Performing Arts Center. Third Coast Percussion took center stage in today's installment of a series of arts programming aimed at educating as much as it entertains. Making sure our local art scene doesn't skip a beat in Appleton today. Wisconsin's largest music festival is postponed. Summerfest in Milwaukee deciding to hold off until September. It's believed there will be a better handle on COVID by then. Summerfest will still be a 3-weekend format running Thursday through Saturday. We have more information on postponed or canceled events on our website. To see the list, just go to our website, wearegreenbay.com. Well, new at 5 tonight, a World War II veteran who raised money for healthcare workers has passed away after testing positive for coronavirus. Captain Sir Tom Moore made headlines as he set out to raise £1,000 for healthcare workers by walking 100 laps in his backyard during lockdown. Well, that went viral. It led to Moore raising about £33 million, or about $40 million. Here's what he had to say about all the support he received.
I'm delighted that the effort that we set up for such a small sum has turned into this enormous sum of money, and the cause is so good. From that point of view, I'm delighted that we've got so much money for such a good cause.
Captain Tom was 100 years old. Amazon announced that Jeff Bezos will be stepping down as the CEO. He will be moving into the role of executive chair in the third quarter. Bezos, who says he wants to focus more on other projects, including environmental protection work, will be replaced by Amazon Web Service head Andy Jassy. Well, Local 5 is your home for Super Bowl 55. Live coverage begins 10:30 Sunday morning. Kickoff is at 5:30. After the game, Queen Latifah returns to the small screen in the premiere of The Equalizer with a special edition of Local 5 News at 10, and then Stephen Colbert. Well, still to come on this busy Tuesday, making life better for kids by harnessing the power of a dangerous virus. Health Watch has more on this medical breakthrough. That's coming up next. And later, from factory to pharmacy, the Biden administration plans to jumpstart vaccine deliveries across the U.S.